What is going on? Well, apparently everyone knows what this is. Wow. For other uses, see lie, disambiguation. Liar redirects here. From other uses, see liar, disambiguation. Wow. White lie. Wow, just like white witches. Redirects here. Oh, exactly. Because a witch is witch. A witch is a witch. Right? Who knew there's no such thing as a white witch? Wow. A lie is an assertion that is believed to be false. But isn't it not believed and therefore you're deceived? So therefore you believe it to be something that is not what you think it is. So but the lie itself is it that it's something false. Oh, wow. Okay. Typically used with the purpose of deceiving someone. It couldn't be just deceiving. No, it has to be someone. Right? Because a lie, I mean, who a lie only exists because someone pushes it, perpetuates it. Otherwise, it doesn't even exist. The lie doesn't even exist. The practice of communicating lies is called lying. And a person who communicates a lie may be termed, maybe, just they may be termed a liar. For in most cases, they're termed senator, medical practitioner, lawyer, teacher, parents, right? All of them liars. Who knew? Just contorted, just distorted, just bash, 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 and now they made a liar of you. Who knew? Who's they? You. Because you have asserted to believe something that is false. Yes, meaning the ways of the world, what you interpret life to be, when in fact you mistook it for the real thing, which you are essentially day in, day out abusing, and then saying, "Oh, why can't I have enough? I should be grateful. Oh, why can't I have an opinion? He's so much better. I just can't bash do anything right. Bash, but it's so amazing. Oh, but this, what's going on? Lies may serve a variety of instrumental, interpersonal, or psychological functions for the individuals who use them. What about for the person receiving them? Because there's the person dishing them out, left, right, center, bash, 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 lie, 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 and then there's the other, and then there's the rest. So what's going on? So only there's variety of right. They could have just said there's a variety of reasons why people lie, but no, they have to just wither and worm their way into you like lies may serve a variety of instrumental, interpersonal, or psychological functions. Why don't they go biochemically? Why don't they go all the way? There's quantum. There's quantum. Why? There's interspector multiplexes of verses and functions. Why a person lies and what the function of it is all of why they use them, because lies are just tools, everyone. You can just use it or not use them. What is going on? That would mean a lie is truth and a lie is not truth. So, exactly, smashed in your own bash philosophy of meandering and smashing and smashing. Look, you cannot have a lie, right? And still believe that you practice truth. So if you look around and you live in a world that's filled with liars, including yourself, and you say, why can't we just hold hands, everyone? Because you're all hypocrites. That's why. Because even in your own bash, attempts of feeling virtuous and doing good in your supposed community and bashing and smashing, no, hypocrites pushing the lie, which is whatever Exactly. The variety of instrumental, interpersonal, or psychological functions of why you use lies and believe them ultimately. Because apparently you're just so well informed. There's no such thing as truth. It's just you have to be as well informed as you can, and then that's how you just hope for the best. What a shame. What a shame. Who would teach their child that and actually think that they're doing their child a favor? Wow, what a shame. What a shame. That is the nearsightedness of people's just third eye, apparently. Just smashing. Who knew? Just smashing and just chopping away, hacking. It's just a hack job. It's like the relentless contractor that you hire and he's just bashed. Half just wants the quick buck and just under delivers every time. But somehow on the surface it looks good, but who knew it'll just start falling apart. And this and that and that and this and this and this and that. Oh, he's well gone before that happens. Because, yeah, sure, you might see him 5 years, even 7. But no, he knows. He knows he gypped you. He knows he just did it just so he could just get his fill. But no, he boasted and saying, "Well, no, I just got you what you wanted. I mean, how else do you expect me to do this job that you wanted for a cheap price? I had to just, cut corners and this and this." And so he'll blame the client and this and this. So they justify whatever bash, and it's just like, hey, I'm just making a living, right? I'm doing my best, and this and this and this and that. Exactly. That's what anyone would say. Anyone. So exactly, it's because they all believe in the lie, the counterfeit life. But no, it's just you in relentless truth, and there's just other liars out there. Oh, you're just relentlessly so truthful and honest. And you're like, well, no, but that's why I don't believe in a God, because how could we be so just bashed and just bashed? Because you're the rebel. Right? You're the bash that rejects his life and chooses. He's like, I don't even ask to be born, and this and this. So I'll just rebel and take bash and not even give a bash. And I hate children. Children are just annoying and bash, and they don't. I just want it to just be for me. Everything for me. And friction, friction, friction. And smash and smash and smash and stretch and stretch and stretch and huff and puff, and then hopefully regenerate. But I know it will, because every 7 years you have all new cells in this. So at least I cling to that. That's how I change. Until then, I do as I will forever and ever, right? This and that and that. Wow, no. And who knew they had this bash, right? Oh, Pinocchio. Ugh. Generally, the term lie carries a negative connotation. And depending on the context, a person who communicates a lie may be subject to social, legal, religious, or criminal sanctions, right? So, wow, why would they have to say? Usually it has a negative connotation. So other times it doesn't. It's like, baby, I had to lie. Don't you see? I had to lie to you so you wouldn't get mad and this, baby, this and that. Or, listen, I gave you a good deal on that car, but listen, I didn't tell you about this other thing, but you know what? It doesn't even matter, because, listen, by 2 years, you're going to want another car. So what do you care if it's going to break down in the 5th year? You don't want, no, don't worry about it. This, that, and this, and this, and this, or just purposely just leading people astray to their own destruction, their own theft of life, right? And not to say that they are murdered, no, in the theft of life of them succumbing to the belief of the counterfeit. And everything it murmurs you and makes you believe that it will satisfy if you just follow it. If you just do what's needed so that you can just be rewarded in the ways of the world will just love you back somehow. Amazing. But you just have to do it this and this and that one this way, and just it's just times these days. Wow. just so modern. Just gotta keep up and this and this. Wow, who knew? There's just so many of us. Wow, who knew? Just be so hard to make it. And this and that. That's why we just have to just wipe out a bunch of people, right? This and that. No, what a shame. And people were like, well, that's why I don't have children. That's why I hate children. That's why I will never bring a bashed child into this life because life is so bashed. So why don't the people that believe that just blow their brains out? Exactly, because they love life. So they're hypocrites. Abusers of the flesh, abusers of life, right? All in the name of just being so virtuous in their own desolation. Who knew? Become this bash that his nose relentlessly grows. Look, his nose relentlessly grows. Why? Why does it grow? And this bash person, this bash little fairy in the cloud, and this bash dragon somehow just bashing the fish. And some bash coily, snail serpent over here, and 2 cats. Wow. And he's apparently made out of wood with bash witch hands, and apparently his nose grows when he tells a lie. And people are like, well, why does his nose grow? No. Why don't they just be truthful and make his penis grow? Because that's what you're saying, right? You're saying the ego and this and that and this and this and this and smash. Right, because Disney just was so bashed that he didn't know what he was doing, right? And he didn't have a clue and just took all these bash sorcery tales of bash esoteric and this, a bash and smash, and smash it into his own bashhood of refurbishment of the same bash with the same principles, the same message. Perhaps shapeshifted this and that, a little colors here, and made the Geppetto bash that the man is the cat, the other, and somehow the whale that ate him. Oh no, none of it is to, reference to scripture, the wisdom of the saving word. No, none of it is in reference to that. No, 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 no. And even if it was, it's just because they're archetypes of stories and just bash, and everyone used that same story. So come on, buddy, just get with it. It's just metaphor and this and that and so okay. What is it saying then? I don't know, but it's just cool to watch in a cartoon. So this bash bat dragon knows, but it's bash deceiving this bash wood. Look at him, wood. And mockery, right? Of what? Carpentry, woodworking. Where do you work? Where do you work? What is your labor? Aren't you relentlessly trying to create yourself in your bash own image and bring it to life? And who knew that Lucifer is the only one that says he can do it? Who knew? But only if you just do it right and just bash going to his dragon, right? Wasn't the whale the bash villain? One of the bash monster is a monster. He's a monster and this and that. Wow, wow, so scary. No. Right? Encompassed in the waters. What is it? Right? And in the fish? Well, because you can't just bash in the water. What takes you exactly? You don't know. Who knew? But this and that and this and there's this fairy in the clouds just bash fairy ties, just smashed him. Oh, they changed the serpent to Jiminy Cricket. Wow. Who knew? Who knew the original bash story probably had a serpent as his conscience? Wow. How more obvious could you be? No, they had to change it into some little locust instead. Just shift him a little bit. And this, and that, and bash say this, and that, and that. No, okay, it's all good. But why does his nose grow? Right? Don't, as in esoteric and this, and all the bash, whatever bash. What they call the bash, the true science, the holy science, and this and that. syncretism and this and bash and bad and state that the stable state and this and that and bash and blah 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 smash. What's going on? The nose, right? They see the nose as a bio spiritual connection, right? Just like photons and all the smash, right? The nose is somehow you're in all alignment with the kundalinis and smash is somehow, right? Your connection to the higher self and this and smash and smash and smash. With your highest self and this and bash and smash and smash. So in the story, doesn't his nose grow when he tells a supposed lie? So somehow he's nurturing that. His supposed connection with his higher self. So what's going on? So your connection, right, with your higher self is your nose, right? So what is going on? Because I mean, in the creation of man, what, right? The breath of life was what God breathed it through his nose to the man, gave him the breath of life. Who knew? So in this guy boasting in his bash, apparent, you know, you might people say, "Oh, exactly the ego." No, because you say the ego is different. Because you say your higher self is the bash thing. You can just come to be still with it and just bash, 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 and smash and bat thoughts away and bash orient desire rockets, and you are in bash. You're the carriage in the caribou, and the caribou is just being slain by the dragon, and now the fairy godmother is just smashing the snail into a serpent, but only for a portal of time. And the two cats gave it back to you because now they went off to mate after they totally just subliminated, parasited this guy into believing that this wooden bash was a man. So this bash wooden thing is a man, is it? No, he's promised that he will be given life somehow. So he's mocking you because you already have life, you bash, but still you're like, well, as long as I listen to the serpent, then I'll be okay. Wow, what a shame. What a shame. What is going on? Right? Wow. It just had to be, right? Wow. It didn't even go there. It took me out of the file, right? See, just knew. And of course, so types of lies. Wow, consequences. Wow. Who knew all of this could just be summarized as sufferings of the world? The end. But no, 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 no. They have to have all these bash bullet numbers of bash that will just, they will suicide you. It's like a bullet to the brain. Just by smashing and being like, oh, wow, who knew that there's ethics involved, right? No. Why don't they put morality here? No, it just had to be ethics, right? Because where did bash morality come from? And you could say, well, it's just evidence, evolution. Bash billions of millions of Harry Potter years just gave us that machinery that just smashed us into this bash consciousness that is just part of the package, and it was just evolutionary, more, favorable to somehow be that way. Okay, right. So then, how can if you get obtain it, then how can you just lose it, or just go against it? How could you go against it if you're just a bash result of it? No, it just does not compute. Because even all the bash animals aren't out there just bash killing themselves, right? Just out there smashing each other. And all the plants, they're not out choking each other out, right? And you say, well, yeah, there are bash invasive species and this and that, and vines that actually do choke other plants out. And wow, what a shame. You don't know what you're talking about. The vast immensity of whatever you could come to call diversity of life to you is just bosh relentless, and just because you think that you have categorized it and somehow understand it, no, lost forever. That type of think is exactly this Bash. This Bash that thought himself to be little pieces of wood put all together, and somehow he just made it all happen. And he is life. He's the Bash wooden guy just following the Bash falsity, the lie. And he's boasting that friction in it just growing in that Bash heart, because that's what the fairy godmother promises him, to be a higher self, right? To do apparent good. But then what does this Bash do? Yeah, he goes out and beat and just this that doesn't listen. The Bash, smash, right? But because the fairy godmother told him, so he already knew. So he could not unknow. So even still knowing, he's just smashed, because he knew now that he was now in charge. He was in his higher self. And when he's questioned and asked about it, he's answering. He's like, well, I was just trying to just go along with what you told me, but I know I didn't do exactly what you said, but I was still, my intentions were full of passion. I knew I was doing good, but oh no, now I'm in trouble. Right? So Bash, higher self, justifying itself, justifying its existence, when all along you're denying life. Exactly. You don't need some Bash fairy godmother to promise you to give you life again and all these things. No, you already have it, you Bash. What was this Bash thinking? He's like, why am I a person? And why did you Bash give me Bash wooden legs? I'm a person, so and he just smashes this fairy godmother away. And he's like, yo, what's going on? Yeah, it's amazing. Who knew? He knew, right? What it was. He knew he had a creator. Wow. He had a father. Who knew? But no, he had to go and believe the smash and bash, and then go out and smash. And then he's like, oh, I knew I had a father all along. And I'm going to go bash, try and find him and reconcile with him, right? So who knew they're smashing you with a profound truth, but they're preventing you and giving you the moral of the story is the opposite. You guys should go out there and smash and just be good, right? Oh. Just criminal. This is criminal. This is criminal activity, right? And people are just psychologically and in their religious banters and just smashing other Bash religions and saying, no, Bash, right? All because everyone denies how simple Bash it is, right? Well, you have a living creator, a God that loves you and gives life forth relentlessly in his resolve. Wow, who knew? But no, it had to be some Bash fiction and just cultural references and just species upon species and just somehow I have ethics, but not sometimes. And I know better sometimes, but hey, I just boast in my virtue. And I sometimes deal with the consequences, but mostly I'm so good at detecting problems that I just relentlessly avoid all types. And I'll just boast and go to church every Sunday or Saturday and just boast in how many books I read about Zoroastrianism and Norse paganism and Buddhism and Augustine taxonomy and the Bible. And I'll just boast and say, well, I've read all the ancient books and now I'm ready for the future. Now fill me with the new knowledge, right? Because you just think it's just like, right? You believe it's that. You believe it's that, and you're just now ready for the next Bash thing that's going to tweak your interest and just smash you, and it'll be a cult following. Who knew? All because it's just better. The lie to you is just smothered and just tongued you, just cleaned your sphincter. And it was just somehow so good. And you're just like, whoa, I love the lie. So what is a lie? What is a lie, right? Oh, it's just a lifestyle. Some people just choose to believe, right, and all these cults, and some people they choose certain lifestyles and this and bash and smash, right? Uh, right. So apparently sociology, right? So lifestyle is just a social construct, people. There's no such thing, right? Why don't people make a bash deal about that? No, it's just your gender apparently, and your sexual orientation, and somehow your political affiliation, and somehow bash, and what your ideology is for the future. And do you even care? Do you even care for the children? Ha 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 ha. Oh, you're just throwing out plastic relentlessly. Huh? You don't care. Ha 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 ha. Why don't you just kill yourself in this? Right? You have all these people saying, we relentlessly are in touch with the earth and suffer with it, and we want a future. And bash. Right? All while they probably had relentless abortions and they probably don't want children. So what future are they fighting for? No one's. Just their past virtue of the moment and saying, wow, we're standing for truth and righteousness, right? Wow. No, making a mockery of themselves. Just relentless fools. Rebels without a cause. Right? For what? They're just smashing against each other. For what? Just, they're like, wake up, man. It's time to get to the next level of conscience, man. The consciousness ship is leaving, and we need to get on and just pose and meditate harder. Get harder, smashing meditation mode. All believing in their own false idols and effigies and graven images and bashed crystals and this and smash and incense and powders and dust and images and just relentless nothings of paintings and who knew smithereens of what. But all just in the name of art and expression. And wow, it's just the pentagram and the hexagram and the dodecahedron. It's just a donut that spins. It's a donut that spins forever with electricity and magnetism. And who knew? And it's the yin and the yang and smashing and the flower of life and the seed of life that portals into the multiplexes of verses. And that's why we have personalities and this and that. And smashed. Nothing. Fantasy, right? The faculty or activity of imagining things, especially things that are impossible or improbable. According to Disney, nothing is impossible or improbable. It's just up to your imagination. Yes, you are the future. Clap your hands and hold each other in the dark. All while just being shown exactly the foolishness of what you worship. So who knew he created the perfect bash microcosm to show you how bash you are to worship a mouse? Who knew? How smashed are you that you worship a little mouse, and then you smash relentless mice in your home, and you couldn't wait to just get them out because they're just a pest. And they're just a relentless bash that smashes, and you don't give a bash about the mouse. Let him die. For all you care, they're spreaders of disease and smash, and then you have other people like, oh no, save the mice from the labs. We're killing the relentless mice in the labs. Let them live. Free, Ratatouille, free. Why don't you say free Mickey Mouse, right? No, you wouldn't, because, of course, Disney would smash you. They would smash you and destroy your whatever bash cause you're trying to do. That's why you have to say, oh no, it's just cruelty. Right? No, your bash split in half. You don't even know, right? What is it? Apparently it's just a wizard that puts little white gloves on and bash waves a wand and makes bash music and makes water dance and brooms clean themselves, and wow, it's just amazing. But apparently, if you have relentless imagination, that means you're so creative. You're just exposed to lies, relentless lies. Right? Fantasy. Imagining things. Right? Imagining things that are impossible or or improbable. Oh, wow. What a shame. What a shame. Everybody's living that a fantasy. But the lie tells you you're living life. Well, in a lifestyle kind of way, because you're just made to just go along and just pick a character. Pick a character amongst the smash and then hope for the best. Elbows up, hope for the best. And just we know you will get abused and smashed, but listen. That's why we will have a court that will just demand money from people that somehow just misbehave. And if they can't pay, then we'll smash them and send them to jail. And if they actually just smash somebody so hard, well, then we will put them to jail. But only if there is somehow brought evidence to just prove him that he's just smashed. Because we're just so just. We're just so just. Right. Yet, you live in a world that's smashed. Right? Absent of any wisdom, absent of any justice. But of course, you get everyone gets exactly what they deserve. Because that's what it is. Life brings forth life. What else could you have? Life. We're deserving of life. So what is it that we're doing? And even if you say I didn't choose to be here, or well, no, smashed. What is it? What is it? You're like, oh no, it's just all my bash cells and all my bash biochemistry and this and smashes that. So what makes that just work so perfectly? Evolution, don't you know? It's just smashed. It's just so. It just took a billion of Harry Potter millions of years, but then finally it just stayed there and just it didn't need to go further. It just stayed at that level and then just smashed. And now we're there, and we've been there for at least thousands and thousands of years, and now we're just smashed, thinking our way that we can that we can think our way out of it, and truly attempting to cook ourselves out of it, right? Meaning to actually denature the protein and smash and smash and smash and smash. So we're actually looking for the physical manifestation, the transformation. We're like, yes, we're gonna cook finally. We're cooking, guys. It's up. The temperature's up and it's rising. We're finally gonna cook, guys. This is a moment we've been waiting for, right? When I say jump, you say exactly smashed, and nobody did it exactly, and smashed and smashed and smashed, and they're like, well, I smashed anyway. Oh, and that's fine, and that's eternally what it's going to be because that is what it was in their heart, right? And the Father knows our heart forever, right? So of course, every day it is alloweth for the murderer to murder in the sense of, wow, we know it's wrong, but in a way, a person can go next door and slay another person who knew, right? For you'll say nothing is in my way, exactly, and you say, but the law is in your way, right? Not before you actually do the act, right? And that's the Minority Report, right? The concept of just like relentlessly stopping you before you actually do the act. Who knew that's called deception, right? Who knew deception leads people to immoral things? Meaning we know what morality is. Who knew? Only in deception can we be misled for the most horrible, atrocious, disgusting, just aberrations, right? Of what we know to be true, holy, wholesome, true. Who knew? Forever. But no, we just switched it for a lifestyle and lied ourselves that a lifestyle is life. Okay. Just like this Bash convinced himself that his lifestyle was somehow life, and that's why he apparently smashed, and then he had to answer to the fairy godmother. Just to be told and recognized that, well, he had a creator. What's he smashing? What's he doing? He knew the whole time. He knew the whole time what was he doing? Just going off and smashing for himself? And all of this because was it all there, right? In the contemporary, right, philosophy of it all, right? The philosophy of biology is a subfield, right? A philosophy of science, which deals with epistemological, metaphysical, and ethical issues in the biological and biomedical sciences. Wow. Although philosophers of science and philosophers generally have long been interested in biology, Aristotle, Descartes and bashed Kant, I can't. Philosophy of biology only emerged as an independent field of philosophy in the 1960s and 70s. Philosophers of science then began paying increased attention to biology, from the rise of neo-Darwinism in the 1930s and 1940s to the discovery of structure of DNA in the 1953 era. Smashed. To more recent advances in genetic engineering. Who knew? And yes, this is the answer, people. Let's just smash and smash, even smash harder. Let's just smash Play-Doh, Lego, Meccano, our genetic bash, and re-engineer ourselves, refurbish ourselves into the future. Yes. Other key ideas include the reduction of all life processes to biomedical reactions and incorporations of psychology into a broader neuroscience. Wow. See, they reduction. And you're like, exactly, it's just all of it condensed. It's holistic, man. Of all life processes to biochemical reactions. Exactly. So this is the religion. And the incorporation of psychology into a broader neuroscience. Right? The interconnectedness of the neural networks and this and smash and smash. So just worshippers of the rewards of the flesh. So therefore they have to just describe what the flesh is. That's all. In order to be worshipped, they just need to describe the flesh. That's all they need to do. Who knew? Because that's what they ultimately believe it is. So they're like, oh, I'm too bashed to know what the flesh is, so I'll just trust those who just have diced and smashed and sliced and smashed and sliced and diced and just put together and taken apart and put bash light through it and bash other chemicals in it and out of it and just watched it, observed it over days and years and smashed and relentlessly cell transfer tissue, this, smash and that and that and that and now we are in the genetic engineering era. Yay! Thank goodness. Otherwise, we would be so bashed. We'd just be bashed. And who doesn't like this new smash? So good. And it was like, oh, I love it. So I don't care what happened. The means justified the ends. Don't mention it. I don't want to be bashed reminded. And this and that and this and that. Smash. So what's going on? Right? Just smash. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, give me nothing, right? Because nothing is instant, right? Oh, quoted John Grieved. What the hell is instant? Nothing, right? And smash, right? Nothing is instant. Instant rice takes 5 minutes. Instant pudding an hour. I doubt that. I doubt blah. What's he saying? Right. But why do we believe that nothing just instantaneously begat all? Because even a bash person is like, well, every relationship needs work. It just doesn't happen overnight. You bash. Right? But then you're like, yeah, I come from a big bang that smashed a half ape and now it's me. Wow. And you're like, exactly. It took billions of years. That's why we know it's so good. No. Because you believe all of it was there at the beginning. It had to be. Otherwise, how does it... No, exactly. You can't have the laws of, physics and thermodynamics and all these bash things just kind of figure themselves out. It has to be all there in the beginning, in the smash, in an instant, right? Does it? According to your bash model, it must. Otherwise, how does it? Just like consciousness, right? And morality, right? How did that evolve if it wasn't already there from the beginning? And you're like, oh, no, it had to be. That's why it has to be neuroscience. It just has to be the bash neural pathways and how you can bash electricities through the left brain or the right brain and just the smash bounce between them all. Oh, what a shame. Or how you can go in there and smash and slice and dice so precisely and become a neurosurgeon. And they're to be worshipped because they're demigods, right? Oh, smashed. Fantasy. Who knew they're just a person that can slice and dice? Who knew? Who knew? And you're like, but it's so precise and you need to know so much science. You need to go to school relentlessly and prove your possession, prove your steady hand, prove your discipline, prove your ambition to help others, and this and that and that and that. And the guy's just in it to make it just bash tons of money. So he'll just do whatever it takes. But everyone else is just like, no, they're such a good person. Wow, smashed. So exactly, you believe that it just was all there at the beginning. It had to be, otherwise your bash thing is flawed, right? Because then you're like, if it takes time, right? Then why is Genesis hilarious to you? Because it apparently took 7 days, 6 days. The seventh breast, right? But look, first day, light, right? Second day, firmament. Third day, dry ground, and amongst other things. But look, the first day, what? Nothing, right? What's this? First day, light. But in the beginning, what? In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. And the earth was without form and void. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. No, this means nothing, right? No, there's no wisdom in that, right? Everyone will just say exactly. It's just nothing, guys. It's just some bash guy lying to you, right? And there's wow, smashed. The first day, light, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Who knew? Who knew? The second day, firmament, right? Second day, firmament. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Who knew? And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. Who knew? Third day, dry ground. And God said, "Let the water under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of waters He called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. Who knew? And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Who knew? The fourth day, sun, moon, stars. And God said, "Let there be light in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs." Right? So even the heavens are divided, right? Because light divided the darkness from, right? And that. And this it says that, well, they have divided the day from night in heaven, for heaven, of the heaven. And let them be signs for seasons and days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. Who knew? And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring the abundantly the moving creature that hath life and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl of its kind. And God saw that it was good, and God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Sea creatures and air creatures, and now land creatures. Wow. And God said, Let the earth bring forth the living creature after its kind, cattle and creeping things, and beasts of the earth after its kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after its kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw it was good. And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. God in the saving word, who knew? No one gets to the Father but by the saving word. Amen. And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the earth, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life. I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Wow, amazing. So, right, it couldn't be, no, to you it's just, wow, what a nice fairy tale. Right, because you believe instant nothing. Exactly. To you, there's no wisdom in this. Zero. To you, there's zero wisdom, right, that allows you to recognize the true promise, life everlasting. Life. What are we doing? If not living, then we're all deceived, right? We're all obviously living. So what does that even mean? For surely we're bash void, and we're all thinking we're just making our lives better, and that we need to make our lives better. So there, ultimately, we believe that we're bash nothing, right? That we're nothing. That we have to just go out there and create a life for ourselves. Well, that's the lie, right? That's the lie and the philosophy of the meanders that will tell you and convince you that, listen, your lifestyle, listen, buddy, maybe your lifestyle just has bashed you so hard that maybe you just got to go into the re-education camps and just come out winning. You have to create your own business. And hey, buddy, don't worry. It can be something that you love, right? And this and that, right? All still appeasing you, trying to entice you, and that you can still do what you bash, love, and apparently make a living in your lifestyle, and just bash in it and just cry and cry and cry and smash and beg for more and beg for others because others are too smashed to beg for themselves. And that's why you have to bash and create NGOs and smash and smash and smash and just boast about how you're so underfunded and so understaffed, and you're just bash doing it because you're just the key to it all. Just getting worse. What? No, it's not getting better. What? It's getting worse. Oh, and then they go in the tub and bash their brains out. Right? No. What is going on? Surely our lifestyles are desolation. They're social archetypes of smashhood that's smashing you. But oh no, it's so fun to read your horoscope and this and that and that. Right? You were smashed into it. Smashed into it. Imprinted in you. Right? And typically it fits. The glove fits. You could say, well, no, my horoscope is so true, and this is down to the dime, down to the very detail, and smash and smash and smash. It is what it is, and there's only 12, and this and that and that. Right, because it had to be the individual 12, right? There's no such thing to you as the 12 tribes of Israel or this or that or even nothing. There was no such things as the 12 disciples and one would betray. There's no such thing. No, there's nothing. No, it's just you and your experience and your interpretation of suffering, and that's why you just lied to relentlessly, and you're just the victim. And that's why you can just cry and cry and smash and smash and smash, right? Because there's no such thing as truth. It's just somehow just trying to get better. Better from what? I mean, didn't we all know what it was, and we were smashed into smashing? Yes, but no, you'll say no. My parents had it right. No, what? Who knew you had to have been smashed in the first place to be smashed? So you're smashed. But who knew that even being smashed, you can recognize that you're just being pummeled. So you can put instead of going out there and putting your elbows up and hoping for the best, you can just relentlessly put your elbows up and just refrain. Just get right. What are you doing? Just get out of there. What are you doing? Recognize. What are you even doing? What are you even doing? What's what's it for? What's it all for? You're like, well, exactly. It's nothing. Pull the trigger. No, exactly, because you won't pull the trigger because you know what it is. You're just in denial and just testing. You're testing yourself relentlessly. Just testing it. You're saying, oh, maybe it's not smashed. Because if animals, right, if you just believe yourself to be you and you're just smashed and you're just Pinocchio trying to become real and just be a good person, it's because you're in denial, right? You believe yourself to be the suffering that you are and just smash and smash and smash. And then when you look at animals, you're like, oh, they're so cute. But then if you go deeper, you're like, whoa, okay, so look, I hate rodents, but look, this bash squirrel or rat or whatever it is and it's just living. Wow. Right? So coming to, realize that there's such a thing as wow, life. Not to say that, oh, it's just nature. No. That which brings forth relentlessly. What is it? And you're like, no, it's just the smashed atoms and the quantum and the smash. No, smashed. Nothing. Right? For everything that represents, it's truly nothing because it just came from nothing, right? Just smashed. Just nothing. Just smashed. Nothing. So if it's just nothing, then why do we know when we look at, animals and this and that and plants and this? Uh, why do we? Why have we been deceived to believe that they're just so? We're the aliens. We're just so foreign. We've destroyed our nature, natural habitat. No, we've rebelled. We've rebelled, but not against nature. No, against the creator of life, who knew, trying to outdo it and smash a life of our own and say this is life. What a shame, right? And the animals know it, right? Look, they're just looking at you and saying, "Wow, what a shame." These guys are smashing, taking pictures of us and making us pose, and oh, what a shame, right? And this, and that, and this, and this, because look, obviously, life bringeth forth life. Everything in its place. Everything is in fine tunement. They ba ba. And the bash bear, you say well, everything is just surviving, and there's survival of the fittest. Because if they don't feed, they die, and they have to be fit to feed in order to reproduce. And that's why everyone just wants to feed, fornicate, and go to sleep. Right? Because we're just bash. We might as well just be a bash squirrel or a bash otter or bash this or that or that, and but not an orangutan because they're higher than the bash bear, and they have more sense, right? They know it's about family and this and wow. Apparently, bears and little squirrels and otters too because Disney says so. So, which is which? One's fantasy and the other one's fantasy too. Because clearly, look, the creatures of the earth, who knew? Who knew? Who knew? It's amazing. It all is. They all are. Who knew? Ambassadors of what? You don't know, but to you, you just study them and tag them and then kill some of them and then cry when other ones are killed, but not when you're smashing relentlessly your head into a cinder block. No, not when you're doing that because apparently you don't see it happen, so it's not happening. So you just do it in the dark and then you cry and call the helpline and say, "Oh, I smashed my head against a cinder block because I just am defiled." And that's how I just make myself just punch drunk enough to just smash even harder. Because somehow animals are just so, they're my spirit animals, but somehow I just gonna go and kill them anyway. And this and that and this and oh, I identify with the killer whale. I identify with the sloth. I identify with the coyote. I identify with the relentless swimming pig. And the bat, of course, because it gave birth to Batman, of course. And just a relentless zebra that's just, who knew? Who knew it's just a little bash thing in a coat? It's a donkey in a coat, people, and this weasel is just losing it. All because the rhino could not outrun this wolf because the dolphin said, "Listen, you did not follow the instructions of the bash seal in the path of the pig that was feeding all the way to this river whale," or whatever the bash it is. Beluga? No, what is going on? Look at this little tiny monkey. What is it? No, it's a simian. A minion. Whoa! Little bashes. Right? And let's look at them. Of course, amazing. All of them. But what? You're like, no, they're just the animal kingdom. From the family of this, of the species of smash and smash and smash and smash. Wow. Okay. Then it's whatever you say. It's whatever your lie has told you to say, and amazing. Because, oh, it couldn't be this. No, this is the lie, people. Right? To you, this is the lie. Whoa. To you, this is a lie because apparently this is void of any wisdom that will just renew your heart of stone. But instead, no, I'd rather just trade my body of wood for a body of flesh. Nothing to do with my heart. No. For surely in a state of deceit, right? Immorality, theft, right? Destruction, right? What is going on? Everyone still knows, right? Everyone still knows. So therefore, it's almost as though we relentlessly are just chiseling away at that lifeline, hardening our hearts, meaning denying life, the true promise, the true love, unconditional of the Father. For he, I mean, how there the love is for you. It's there because you can be loving whatever else you want and this and that, and then blame God for all your bash sufferings. But in the end, it's the Creator loving you. That there is resolve in Him giving His only begotten Son, the saving Word, in the flesh. Who knew? It wasn't some bash whisper in the night. And He is that, and He is who that filleth the cup of the renewal of the true promise, the covenant with man, the witness. And of course, the reluctancy of man to abandon his pride, meaning his higher self. There's no such thing. You're a man or a woman, and you either will deny it or embrace it. And of course, overcome. Because in whichever it is that you draw near to, you still will interpret it as having to endure and overcome. One boasting in your own bash, and another one recognizing the glory of the wisdom of the Father and your place in it, and the joy of abiding in truth. For that which is pleasing to what which you know is true. God, life forever. Who knew? But no, most people just trade it for just smashing out their own life, watching their bash higher selves grow and 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 grow to the point where it just gets in the way. Just in the way. You don't know what to do with it. But somehow you're just so elevated. You're so elevated, and that's why you're so frustrated, because you're so elevated, but other people are so far away. My nose is in the way. I'm just explaining it to them because they're just too lower selves. I'm just above them somehow. No. No man can save himself nor another, and no man is above another. It's truly the allegiance that a man holds and then manifests, right? How can a man not manifest the fruit of his labors? That's life, a continuing, day in, day out. That in itself is in sequence. Therefore, there is a continuance, right, to it all. Yes. So we all are in function in labor. We are laboring for what is it, and then that's where it comes in. The doubt, the split, to which you then end up serving many masters. No. Recognize the true authority. There's only one true living God. Amen. Who loveth you and has given you everything for you to see. To see what, though? To see. What do you see? Do you see what's staring back at you? The relentless life that's everywhere, that then you interpret to be death everywhere. Everything's just killing each other. No. Who knew everything's just out there smashing? You could say it's all feeding itself. What is it feeding? It means something's being consumed, is it not? In perpetual giving. In perpetual giving forth. Bringing forth. Whether you determine to be good or bad. It's bringing forth day in, day out. And you're like, it's just the sun going around and the moon and this and that. That's the day. It's the amount of time it just takes for one piece of thing to go one piece there. Sequence. So you believe in some calendar and some bash marbles that smoke around, and that's what it is too? Wow, smashed. So denial of sequence. Wow, the continuum, the true promise. Life everlasting. Life is forever. So are we in recognition to the creator of it all and the saving word which revealeth to man that it is finished? Done is this foolishness in thinking that you can smash outside of God. For outside of God, all things are just smashed, impossible. Overcoming is impossible outside of God. All things are possible within God. Who knew? Who knew? Exactly. Right there. Are you in life, or do you deny it? And who knew? Just smashing that perpetual, that destruction. And so who knew that that's what it is, right? Are you on when the past things, when the split is final, right? Are you, what is it that you have? What is it? Surely if the person did not recognize what they have, what did they lose exactly? To them, they lost nothing. So they will remain in that perpetual nothingness forever and ever.